fantastic tones for human bones.
¿Cómo se dice eso en español? Más o menos.
El tono fantástico de hueso humano. My name is Robert Woods-Ledoux. I'm here with my co-host Mark Vescucci Clifford.
Hello.
Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Sandy Perez and my good friend Toby.
Mucho gusto.
Yeah. We're gonna do our best. It's gonna be a mix of Spanish and English in this interview, but we're gonna do our best to bring everything to English. So Sandy, you were my first teacher of Afro-Cuban percussion, and you're a master of percussion, and I don't even know. There's so much I don't even know where to start really. But where are you from? ¿Dónde tú nació?
Ok, bueno, mis saludos para todos. Sin palabras. Pero lo muy importante de este interview es que agradezco a Toby, Bob, all the people here for trying to, do that thing. I think it's very good. So I'm happy for that. But I born in Cuba, July 1970. So I almost 52 years.
In Matanzas?
From Matanzas, yeah, Matanzas.
And you were born into a very particularly special family.
Yeah, I was.
You grew up around both the groups Afro-Cuba de Matanzas and Los Muñequitos de Matanzas. That was like your neighborhood people. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Well, my mom, Ana Perez Herrera, mi mamá. I follow my mom everywhere she go. I remember we go to the country, pick up like café, recogiendo café y escuchando a la gente hablar, tratando de ayudar a mi mamá. Mi mamá es todo para mí. Mi mamá me dio la vida y todo lo que he aprendido ha sido mi mamá, porque es como una cadena, Los hijos con su madre van aprendiendo y así. Mi mamá, antes...
¿Como la cadena?
Sí, como una... ¿Cómo se dice? Los hijos de los hijos, los hijos de los...
Okay.
Los antecesores,
Okay. Mark, you have to be... If you don't understand what's going on, you have to jump in, because we both know Sandy very well. Mm-hmm. My Spanish is pobre, tristes. Mi español.
Is it bad? It's sad. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, just because,
Well, essentially, you were saying that you follow your mom everywhere she went. And okay, so can you just clarify for me what was going on musically with her? What was she doing?
Oh yeah. Well, ella siempre le gustaba la música. Y una de las primeras veces que yo vi fue con un grupo llamado
MKK,
donde ella empezó. El primer grupo que yo vi, mi mamá.
Is that a rumba group?
No, MKK.
What is that?
What type of
que
music?
yo vi, MKK era Yoruba folklore, de la que bata.
But performance group.
Performance group.
So she was a singer, Eric?
Yes.
In a Afro-Cuban folklore group called
Sí.
MKK.
Sí. Yeah. Pero antes de eso, ella bailaba con diferente gente también. O sea, Participaba con la gente de Mozambique.
Oh.
Estuvo bailando mucho con Mozambique.
The Mozambique people, the people that play Mozambique, which is a style. I should mention, I plan to do as like an ancillary thing, like maybe an Afro-Cuban percussion primer, so we don't have to explain all this stuff.
Okay,
we
good.
can just talk about it here.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
So we can pass over the discussion of what clave is.
So the
yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she joined. Well, go ahead.
Say what you're gonna say.
How old were you when she was in MKK?
5.
Oh,
Very
wow.
young. Very young.
Okay.
Probably 7.
But you were playing, like, by what age?
At what age did you start playing?
Little, man, little. I didn't even know. Really, because that, los adultos estaban en su performance y nosotros estábamos cogiendo todo de lo que ellos hacen. Teníamos como que los niños tenían que ser más espectacular que los maestros y ¿sabes? Era difícil, pero llegaba a la calidad, ¿me entiendes? De la música. Y a veces hasta ellos venían, los viejos venían nos pedían ayuda a nosotros.
I missed some of that myself.
Los mayores nos pedían ayuda porque vivíamos en el solar.
Said, try to say what he said. So like, it started by him just watching the older people play, and then he would play with his friends, the young people in the neighborhood. They would play the young people, and then at some point, the older people started coming and asking them to come and play with them and to help them with different things musically.
Yeah.
So like, what age were you when they came to ask for you? Because they came for you, right? Ellos pidieron a tu mamá por ti, ¿verdad?
Oh, eso fue cuando estaba en el fundamento.
Yeah.
Cuando estaba en el fundamento, sí fueron a hablar con mi mamá primero. Para permiso, si yo podía. Y
a
tocar,
8 años,
a tocar,
a 10 años.
A tocar. Sí, porque te digo que nosotros nos preparábamos, los niños, pero súper bien.
Wow.
Solamente mirando qué hacen los mayores.
¿Pero en qué tocaban? ¿En tambor?
Tocaban en lata.
En latas.
Cans.
They would play on cans.
Oh.
He said the young kids in the neighborhood would play on cans, and he said that they got really good.
Yeah.
And they got
no había tambores.
Yeah, but they got
para
so
nosotros,
good.
Drums,
no, para nosotros no.
Yeah.
Los niños.
Dang.
En latas.
En lata. Yeah.
And they got so good that they came and asked his mom if he could come and play with them. They had to ask his mom permission.
So everything that you were playing with at that age, with everyone in the same age range, was everything that you would learn just from listening and watching, right? Like, was it Bata?
Yeah.
So I should just insert here that, like,
Did you go to college?
no, I mean I did go to college, but not this kind of college. Thank you. Thank you very much.
He went to college.
Yeah. So the community of people, not like, it wasn't just there were these popular bands, Muñequitos in Afro-Cuba. There was also a religious community around you of different types of religion that was playing folkloric music, and then street secular music like rumba and comparsa, or like that was like what people were doing around you, not just. I mean, I'm making a bit of a statement, but it wasn't just like las cosas religiosas.
Right.
Like
It's like tu mamá, your mom was in the folkloric groups, performance groups.
Sí.
But you were around just the music happening everywhere around you. Because he's
Sí,
from
sí.
Barrio Marina,
Yeah.
which is a very famous neighborhood in Matanzas, Cuba, that's very rich in the folkloric tradition, Afro-Cuban folkloric tradition.
La familia es como más fundamento en lo que es el folclore, ¿me entiendes? Es muy puro esa parte, pero existe otro tipo de... Ahí tengo tíos que han tocado en orquestas. ¿Me entiendes?
So he has uncles that played in orchestras and big like performance groups.
Yeah.
But the music was just in his family, like.
Pero en la familia la profundidad está, ¿sabes? La religión.
Religious. It was religious.
Yeah, but also like rumba is.
La rumba.
Yeah.
Mi mamá, yo siempre estaba ahí, mi mamá con los muñequitos.
Yeah.
Siempre. Desde como
Yeah.
fiebre.
Right. So when he was around 10 years old, his mom joined.
Yo me acuerdo que estaba como en secundaria.
Uh-huh.
Yo y un amigo mío que su papá tocaba quinto, Victoriano Espinosa.
Say the name again.
Victoriano Espinosa.
Victoriano Espinosa.
Alias el Titi.
Ah, Titi.
Quito los muñequitos. En esa época, su hijo estudiaba conmigo en la escuela. We go to school together in Cuba.
Yeah.
So after the school, we had to come back to the house together. What house? Muñequito. So every day,
They would practice.
I go there only out because I had to go. My mom over there. She waiting for me. So tenía que every day. So yo miraba.
And they were practicing every day.
Todos los días.
And at that point, they already had a lot of success, right? The Muñequitos already.
Yeah. When did the muñequitos?
Traveling, viajando por el mundo, ¿no? ¿Cuándo empezó eso?
Los muñequitos.
Yeah.
No, I remember era como los 90.
Oh.
Early 90s.
Cuando ellos empezaron a salir.
Oh.
Los 90.
But they were popular in Cuba. They were performing in Cuba.
Oh, yeah, everywhere.
Right.
En todos lados.
All over Cuba. It's a big island.
Todos lados.
Right.
Yeah.
En los 90,
They go
Outside
out.
the country, right?
almost every year estaba siempre.
Right.
Todos lados. Todos lados. Muy, muy famoso.
And your mom went with them.
Sí, mi mamá estaba.
Yeah. Did you go with them ever?
No, pero siempre iba a despedirlo when you go to aeroport, when the people come back all the time. So, un aeropuerto, mami, everybody, en la casa tú vas de fiesta y rumba y eso.
But so you did play in Afro Cuba de Matanzas, see? When did that start?
Afro Cuba cuando tenía 16 años.
He was 16 years old when he started playing with Afro Cuba.
Wow. Right.
16 años.
And how did that happen?
Bueno,
You know,
yo estaba en la escuela, pero no era mucho cuero que tenía aquí. No tenía eso para ir a la escuela, man.
He was supposed to be in school, but he wasn't really going to school.
Skipping
Not an
class.
intellectual.
Porque los cueros.
He was just thinking about playing drums.
Como loco.
He was crazy for drumming.
Todo el tiempo. Yo tocaba con casi la gente de Matanza, los cabildos.
So Matanzas has these different cabildos, which are houses of religion, and each one has its kind of congregation.
Yo tocaba con todo.
And he would play with all of them.
Conozco todo.
As like a young little boy, he was traveling.
La gente, todos los percusionistas, todos.
Yeah. And
yo conozco.
And you were playing like all the playing bata, playing güiro, playing
bembe, araray. Siempre algo.
Did you play olokun drums?
I don't know. I never played olokun.
Really?
Pero los maestros que tocaban ellos fueron los que me enseñaron a mí en Afro-Cuba.
Oh. The people who did play olokun were in Afro-Cuba with him. And they showed him how to play, but he didn't actually play the olokun drums.
Los maestros me enseñaron a mí cómo hacerlo. Nunca toqué los tambores. Pero ellos me enseñaron. Y practicábamos y así.
So here, tell the story about Afro-Cuba, how they found you.
16 años.
So what happened?
16,
did you audition? How did they?
Estaba en el cuero. No hubo audición ni nada. Y fue directo.
Right. Ellos.
Yeah, yo estaba en la esquina. Ahí en el corner of the house. En el corner. Nothing happened. Y viene Juan García. Del Conjunto Folclórico Nacional de Cuba.
Oh.
Juan García, por tu fuera. Él sabe que estoy hablando de él.
So he was sitting on the corner, he was not going to school, he was just hanging out. And Juan García from the Conjunto Nacional of Cuba came.
Y me preguntó, ¿qué están haciendo? Digo,
And he said, what are you doing?
Esperando aquí para tocar un poco. Con un amigo, para tocar.
Right, he said, I'm just waiting here to play some drums later with a friend or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Y él me dice, ¿tú quieres trabajar en Afro-Cuba? Y yo, what? No, way.
And were they like kind of famous in Cuba already? That group?
¿Afro-Cuba?
Yeah.
Todo el mundo conoce Afro-Cuba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sí, Afro-Cuba. Otro, de ese muñequito.
What's the nombre de maestro de?
Minini, no?
Menini.
Francisco Zamora. Minini.
Okay.
El maestro.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say to you when you were on the corner? I didn't catch.
Yeah. So what? Finish the story with Juan Garcia. So Juan
me
Garcia said, do you want to play?
Él me preguntó,
He said, do you want to play with Afro-Cuba?
¿Tú quieres estar con Afro-Cuba?
Just sight unseen? Just like, he's a kid waiting to play drums?
Porque he had seen you play.
Sí, él era uno de las personas que montaba coreografías en Afro-Cuba. Preparaba danzas que tienen que ver con orichas. Hacía muchas cosas diferentes con el lenguaje, con baile, con ochun, con ya.
Él hizo los
coreografía. Yeah. Mucha coreografía.
He was doing the choreography for Afro-Cuba de Matanzas.
Yeah. Él hizo uno de los que hizo.
Pero ¿cómo que él te conocía? That's the question. How do he know you?
Él me conoce porque él es el esposo de mi tía. Mi tía, que se llama Dolores Pérez, que es hermana de mi mamá. Dolores Pérez, hermana de mi mamá, mi madrina de santo.
So
Juan Garcia was the husband of Dolores Perez, Sandy's aunt. And I guess so he had seen him play. He was like, oh, there's a kid.
Basically in the
16-year-old
family.
nephew. It's in the family. But,
Yeah.
But obviously,
boyfriend.
nobody gets to come into the group unless, they were looking for the person most qualified. It's not like, it wasn't like you just get to play because you're related.
Right, of course.
Ya, me preguntó, yo entré, me dijo, ve a la oficina.
Did they lose somebody though?
Yeah, como que había necesidad por tondolero en ese momento.
Sí, había
Se perdió
No,
alguien.
no que había necesidad, no necesitaba, sino ellos ven la persona que tiene cualidades para entrar, no importa, no necesitamos. Ellos no necesitaban gente, pero ellos, veían quién tiene calidad, quality for be inside the group.
Yeah.
No,
So-
no everybody go.
Were they already doing like the kind of bata rumba thing that you were doing later? Or did that come after you joined the group?
A Bataruma?
Yeah,
It's already inside
like-
when I go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's already. Lo que I learned every part very, very.
Because you were there all the time, right? Yeah.
Y yo bien. Aprendía bien como le gustaban a los viejos, así. Mucho.
And did were you ever a bailarin?
Yeah.
In Afro Cuba or?
Yeah, for cool.
So
What's
he was a dancer also.
Mhm.
Was that just like at the same time or?
En the same time,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. A veces teníamos performance,
Mm-hmm.
show, y I had to dance and play. Yeah.
Right on. So it's just like a
Oh,
yeah.
no matter what. Tiene que, yeah.
So at 16, was that it? Were you just with them on tour, like, and that was it, like no more, you know?
Yo empecé, no sé, somebody see I try to always follow the old people,
Mhm.
what the people do,
Mm-hmm.
so I fuck it, 100%, 120, arriba,
Yeah.
watch it, like be like exactly, you know.
Yeah.
No, everybody go inside. There's a lot of people are drumming, but some. This is I don't know.
Yeah. But you've always had like, I mean, there's really no other way to say this. Nobody plays quite like you do. Like, I've never seen anyone play like you before. You have your own way of playing.
Lo maestro. I remember.
Okay.
I remember that. I remember.
Mhm.
Sardiguera, no sé si tú digo. Esteban Lantriz. Sardiguera. Cantante de los muñequitos. 1950.
Mm-hmm.
He died a long time.
Yeah.
Pero a veces, when I play, decía, hey, you don't have to go fast.
Mm.
Listen, where people talk, you have to play, you have to follow the melody, the people, you have to give it space. So siempre cuando, a veces, decía, hey.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you have to, tiene que buscar los golpes originales,
The original hit.
para espacio.
Mm.
Yeah.
Porque a veces con poco,
Yeah.
crecemos mucho.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did you get all that?
No.
So he was a singer of the Muñequito song playing, and he was playing fast or something, and he's like, no, wait, like give some space, like, and he's just talking about like, watching what the older people do and trying to do it exactly the way that they do it, and
Yeah.
like, but then finding like, I guess like your own voice inside of that, maybe is what you're trying to say.
Mhm.
I
I mean, it was said that like Tony Williams could play anything that Max Roach, Philly Joe Jones, or Roy Haynes or Art Blakey, like line for line, hit for hit,
He can do that.
Well, exactly.
He
And that's
can
what I'm
play-
saying. But then he developed his own completely
got it?
unique
Oh, you're-
voice.
I thought you were knocking.
And so I feel like that's what I'm hearing right now. you
Can
know?
we play? Can we play something?
Yeah, please.
I want to play some group Afro Cuba.
Yeah, así que.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I just walked in on an interview.
Yeah,
so
we're doing.
it's like-
like-
No,
it's
no,
okay.
no.
It's okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I just want to tell you that's why everybody's so weird.
Did you play in the album Raíces?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Sorry.
Yo organicé casi toda la percusión ahí, trate de hacerlo lo más claro, como le gustaba a los maestros.
You gonna play clearly like
Yeah.
the teachers.
We tried to always play
Yeah.
how they played.
I wanted to play. I think you told me this once that you came up with the idea for the particular combination for the song Caridad. Is that true?
Ese
Like it was your idea?
de percusión.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I play that real quick?
Yeah.
All right.
Chango, Yemaya Ewa. Chango,
Do you remember what you play in the recording?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Yemaya
de conga.
Oh, okay.
El centro.
¿Qué le pasa, Caridad? ¿Qué tanto
So this is
le
about
quiere
top.
dar? ¿Qué le pasa, Caridad?
What do you call this rhythm?
¿Qué tanto le quiere dar?
The nombre de.
Toda la negrita
Ese
se han
es
de deslizar.
de Osain.
Okay.
Toda la negrita se han de deslizar. La pasa la tiene dura, también va a gurruñar. Que tanto le quiere dar, Caridad, que tanto le quiere dar. Ámale.
Oh man, wait,
Yo
sorry.
estoy detrás de cuando entra la percusión. Ahí entra. Tom, tom, bim, tom, dim, dim, dim.
I just messed this up. Sorry.
Que tanto le quiere dar, Caridad, que tanto le quiere dar. Ay, Caridad, ay, Caridad. Que tanto le quiere dar. Tú eres hija de Yemaya. Que tanto le quiere dar. Con el permiso de Obatala. Que tanto le quiere dar. Obatala, Obatala. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ay, Azariri, Eri, Egua. Que tanto le quiere dar. Obatala, Obatala. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ay, Caridad, Caridad. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ay, Caridad, ay, Caridad. Que tanto le quiere dar. Que tanto a ti te quiere dar. Que tanto le quiere dar. Y tú eres hija de Yemaya. Que tanto le quiere dar. De Yemaya y Ogunarere. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ogunarere, Ogunarere. Que tanto le quiere dar. Que tanto a ti te quiere dar. Que tanto le quiere dar. Con el permiso de todos los santos. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ay, Azariri, Eri, Egua. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ay, Azariri, Eri, Egua. Que tanto le quiere dar. Que tanto a ti te quiere dar. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ay, Caridad, Caridad. Que tanto le quiere dar. Tú eres hija de Yemaya. Que tanto le quiere dar. De Yemaya y Ogunarere. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ogunarere, Ogunarere. Que tanto le quiere dar. Ogunarere, Ogunarere. Que tanto le quiere dar. Obatala y Yemaya. Que tanto le quiere dar. Que tanto a ti te quiere dar. Que tanto le quiere dar. Con el permiso
So this is
de tu papá.
comparsa with Yesa, right?
Y tu mamá.
Ese es
Ay, Azariri,
no, ese es
Eri, Egua.
Iyesa.
Yeah.
Ay, Azariri,
Con
Eri, Egua.
Iyesa, pero hay distintos Iyesa. Con el pata y está con los tambores Iyesa originales.
Oh, okay.
And again, there is going to be a primer episode.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So this is Yesa with the batata. Yes.
Es una mezcla ahí, que no se toca, no se todos los tambores no están tocando el guisado original, solamente la campana. So, la otra parte de la fusión es un ritmo, es una polirritmo, como ahora se cambió con batata, pero con el ritmo y esa original. O sea,
Tanto a ti te quiere dar, con el permiso de todos los tangos.
entonces el tonto hace la otra parte.
Y tu papá y tu mamá.
Y el ya es el original, el guisado original, pero con batata. Mi madrina. Oye, Mumi.
That's a dope track. So, and did you play, like, I remember you telling me, didn't you play with Lázaro Ros also?
Sí, también.
And, like, didn't you go on tour with him?
Sí.
When was that?
Eso
how did
pasó,
that happen?
no. Yo toqué bastante tiempo con un señor en Cuba, pintor famoso.
Pintor.
Yeah.
Pintor famoso, se llama Manuel Mendive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Muy
Manuel
famoso.
Mendive, a famous painter in Cuba, and he did
Lo pueden encontrar en
some strange
Facebook.
thing where he had drummers. So él estaba pintando cuando tú estabas tocando.
Él pintaba sí.
Like he would be painting.
Él pinta
It was like a
cuadros
performance art.
y
Like
pinta a personas.
Oh, crazy.
El cuadro, lo que pinta en el cuadro, él lo pinta a la persona y la persona como baila.
Oh.
Él pinta todo. Sí. Muy.
Wow.
Wait, what?
So he played with a painter, a famous, very successful painter named Manuel Mendive in Cuba, who would have like a performance art thing where he would paint live with drummers. And they went on tour.
Oh, wow.
With like some of the best drummers and singers in the Afro-Cuban Orisha Lukumi tradition.
Y ahí estaba.
But Lázaro Ros was from Havana.
Yeah.
Was that the first time that you played with people from Havana?
No.
Why
Siempre un primo en La Habana. Pero different.
But that was like
amigo.
a successful group that went on tour though, right? Like
Who was in that group?
And
Mendive. Yeah, with
Oh.
Lázaro Ros.
Santiago Nani.
Okay.
Santiago Nani. Ibaé. Santiaguito. Santiago Nani. Oh. Timba. Tremendo. Muy bueno.
He's
Sentimiento,
a famous drummer.
sentimiento manana. Ibaé. Que la luz.
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tremendo. Bueno. Santiaguito. También otra gente.
Other people.
Otra gente.
Others as well.
Vizcaíno.
Vizcaíno, who's like
Vizcaíno.
also world famous.
También en Maraca. En Cuba. Con el Tico Alemán.
Vizcaíno in Bata?
No,
eso no fue
una
Bata.
mezcla. Es una mezcla con.
Okay, so from the beginning you've been doing mixes.
Everything
Everything, 'cause this is
diferente.
unusual, right?
Angá, Miguel Angá.
Angá was
Giovanni
there.
Terry, Giovanni Hidalgo.
Whoa.
Mucha,
Yeah.
mucha,
He's like saying like some of the top Latin percussionists.
mucha gente.
Yeah.
Mucha gente.
And
But that's unusual. How did you get into that role of being like the alternative drummer? You know, it's like different. ¿Me entiende? Eso, like, que no es todo el mundo que está tocando mezclas, you know. En Cuba, like la mayoría de tamboleros están tocando en tambores, están tocando rumba, cualquier cosa. Pero
Sí, pero aquí
tú estás diferente en otro camino, ¿me entiendes?
sí había otra cosa. Encontré muchos percusionistas buenos por el mundo. En Senegal, Yusundu, Salif, muchos festivales, mucha
They got some amazing
mucha gente,
things that
mucha
happen.
gente. En Puerto Rico también mucha gente también,
Yeah.
en Canario.
El
gente.
Canario.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Hay mucho, por todos lados. Francia, en todos lados. Todo el mundo, el estilo. You know,
Right.
this is, I play different here now en Cuba. En Cuba era más, pero aquí yo
He's saying over here
Yeah.
he can play a lot more free and loose.
Mm.
In Cuba, he played much more straight. But even then, you were doing like mixing.
Yeah,
Genre.
like this
Like what we
This-
just listened
What we
to,
just
right?
listened to.
kind is a little bit like no one else. I don't hear other people play like this, where it's like things layered on top of one another.
What do you mean by that? Can
So,
you clarify?
what-
What are you hearing that is different? And maybe we can get to the root of where that started.
Maybe it's my inexperience with Cuban folklore. So correct me if I'm wrong, because like I don't know all these groups that didn't make it to the United States. I only know Afro-Cuban and Matanzas, some of the other ones. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I don't like the groups that are not as famous as Afro-Cuba. I don't know what they were.
Yeah,
doing.
like here. So that's the question. Like so in Cuba, like hay otro grupo que están mezclando like bata rumba y todo eso. Eso
bueno,
pasa, ¿no?
yo he visto mucho.
Pero Afro-Cuba Matanza fue uno de los primeros, ¿no?
Sí, ellos crearon esa cosa.
Right. So in other words, Afro-Cuba Matanzas was the people. They kind of like began this whole trend, and then it kind of became a trend. So people do that. It's like
Clave Wamoko.
everybody
Yeah.
mixes now. Now it's like everyone does that.
Todo el mundo tiene, pero de una manera u otra diferente.
Right.
Todo el mundo tiene.
I agree. Yeah, it's like a different way because they do it a little different, and it's a little different than your CD that you made too. Is different.
Sí.
Yeah.
Sí.
So wait, sorry. Say your question again.
Well, I was just asking you to clarify what you were hearing, what you were hearing that was layering, that was different. And
Okay,
I was
so-
trying to get to the root of that, and maybe we just did. Like you were saying that Afro-Cuban Matanzas was like the first ones to start just
So
mixing. But what's
there
being
was
mixed?
the song that I played was
Different traditions.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the point. There's like in Cuba, there's a lot of different Afro traditions because it
Mhm.
was like this melting. There's this island where people were brought from different parts of Africa, enslaved and brought it from different parts of Africa. So and they kept their traditions. So there's all these different traditions that are still alive. There's
Mhm.
Congo, Bantu, Congo, Lukumi, Dahomey, Arara, una pila. Hay muchos,
yeah.
a
Mhm.
bunch, like 6 or 7 at least. And most of the time, those traditions played their style of music. So what Afro-Cuba the Matanzas did was kind of start to mix them together.
Okay.
Performance group.
The thing is that I think a lot of people misunderstand this actually is that the religion, the practices of the religion in Cuba are not mixed very
Right.
much as people think that they are. There's some overlap, but like when people correct me if I'm wrong, when people in a ceremony, when people are if it's palo, it's like palo. If it's a tambor fundamento, tambor fundamento. It's not like
Oh yeah.
people don't like mix
En
those up.
ceremonias no se mezclan.
No.
Yeah.
It's like it's straight like it's and so the practices of the religion are completely distinct from one another.
Yet the musical style.
This
Totally
secular
Well,
presentation of the religious music is different.
Okay.
En mi tiempo no había, ni había como ahora que se hace.
Oh. Con mano.
Yeah.
En tambores.
En tambores,
Tú estás hablando de tambores.
Entonces,
En
el
tambor, la gente no se usa
No.
palmada.
Allá no es eso.
Wait,
Even
really?
today, okay, so anywhere you go now, everyone in a tambor, if you go to a tambor, which is like a Santeria ceremony, Lukumi, Bata, they play Bata, everyone's going to be clapping. In Cuba too. But traditionally, you don't clap.
No se
Isn't that-
toca, no.
So in other words, like these traditions were, like you said, Bob, like very particular. Your way to play.
Yeah.
And it's only recently where it's all kind of been more mixed together,
Yeah.
Sí, o sea, hay muchas cosas, hay muchos cantos que la gente no sabe y la gente está así. Como, ¿qué está haciendo? Están cantando una cosa y...
He's just saying everyone's clapping.
He's saying that it's kind of like becomes like kind of like a party.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
a
of songs that
tradition.
people don't know how to sing, but they just clap along.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And they're just vibing. Vibes. It's the vibe sometimes, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes that's, you know.
When did you come to America?
América en el 2000. ¿O no? Me quedé aquí en el 2000. Pero vine antes con...
He had been here before with different tours, but he
Yeah.
stayed here in 2000.
You just dropped off the tour or whatever?
No, I come back the tour to Cuba. Y I said, I didn't have to come back. I have to come back. Can be here. So, ya me vine y aquí ya hice mi vida.
Can you say a little bit about why you wanted to come to America? I'm just curious.
Why?
Yeah.
De la música.
To come here to play music.
La música.
Wow. Opportunity.
Sí, música. Más que todo la oportunidad, pero
And you play,
aquí
you
hay,
play some famous people
hay
too, right
aquí hay
away.
demasiado. En Cuba uno aprende, pero aquí te desarrolla.
Tessa,
In
what?
Cuba, you can learn, but here you can develop.
Oh, interesting.
Hay muchas. La producción está por arriba del nivel.
Did you come straight to the Bay?
Aquí, sí. No, sí, Los Ángeles.
First, you went to Los Angeles.
Los Ángeles, y Los Ángeles y después vine para acá, a Oakland. Mucho tiempo aquí.
And like, so what were you doing? Like, when did you guys meet? Actually,
Oh,
Uh,
a few years after he was here, like maybe 2005 or something.
oh really? Like, so that's long. I didn't realize that
sí,
actually.
2005, por ahí.
When did y'all meet?
I mean, I'm maybe 2010 or
Okay.
11 or something. But when you first came here, did you try to make another like Sandy Perez y Sulade?
Sí, yo quería hacer the same de what I see, my family.
Yeah.
My family do it. Pero con otro nivel.
Con what?
Other level.
A different
Oh,
level.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, with a different.
Un poco más, original, pero espectacular.
Original, but for a show, like a little different twist.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say it's a little different.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. And so how the CD that you made, you were a part of that, right?
Oh yeah. Jason Moen was the producer, and I was the chauffeur mostly, but no, I got to play on there too.
Where'd y'all record? Where was
At
it?
Jason's home studio.
Cool.
In Walnut Creek.
Oh wow.
And well, okay, so Jason went to Cuba and went with a little video that he recorded of Sandy or something. It was something like that. He got Sandy to talk to them. This is before Cuba had phones and before Cuba had. It was very hard to communicate. But so Sandy, I kind of recall this. But anyway, Jason went with the directive from Sandy to go record them.
You made like a video of like
it was
saying what you
like
wanted.
that.
Somebody had to be.
Yeah.
And he got there, connected with all of them, recorded me. You know, I wonder what he would say, but this is my understanding of what happened. He got them to record the vocals.
Yeah.
While they clapped the clave. So the clave and vocals.
Yeah.
And brought back clave and vocals to the studio. And then Sandy.
On video? Like
he took some video, but it was just audio. He got recordings, audio recordings for the record.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sandy put on all the tracks on top of it.
Just you?
Well, we did a couple. I got to play. We did the bata stuff. We did as a 3 bata together.
Okay.
Matthew,
me, Sandy, and Matt. Matt and I played totally. Matt Lucas played vocals. But then all the Roomba stuff he did.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all Sandy.
Yeah, just on top layer.
Okay.
Which is,
yeah.
Which is,
it's kind of bonkers. I mean,
can you
that, like calling and and reacting to each other, right?
Yeah, which is
okay.
Well, yeah, I have a question. That's a good question.
Good point.
It's a really good question. But can you first maybe tell us what your idea for this, how you wanted to make the CD? Like, what was your idea?
What's up?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Another roommate.
Hello.
We're doing a nice interview on the little legend right here. So you're gonna find out all about it.
Like,
Find out all about it.
explicar tu idea of the CD. Like,
Bueno, mi idea siempre fue mantener la tradición. Por eso quería las voces de las personas mayores.
Yes.
Eso es lo muy importante.
so having the voices of the older people, of the like the very important people that like you grew up with, basically.
Hay gente que ya se ha muerto ya.
There are plenty of the original sounds that those people have are dying.
Las voces de la familia es una cosa que tiene mucho valor.
So he wanted to. So it's funny because he says maintain the tradition, but the way he played wasn't. It's not at all like traditional, but just the sound of those voices is so traditional.
Yeah.
I mean, bata is traditional, actually.
Well, but I mean, you're doing what he also said was that he was trying to continue like what he learned, which is he grew up with Afro-Cuban Matans.
Right.
That's his take on it, right?
Right.
So yeah. Mark asked a good question, which was like, in this music, there's so much conversation between the voice, the quinto, and the supporting drums, but you did it all yourself. So how do you like conceptualize when you're playing all by yourself, how to have the conversation?
You know, eso es cosa que ya viene, you know, ¿sabes? Lo que, como te dije, yo trato de hacerlo lo más original, pero un poco más profesional. ¿Me entiendes? Eso fue lo que yo traté de hacerlo con la música. Por ejemplo, el aro de Maya con Colombia.
Right.
Yeah.
¿Me entiendes? Eso fue algo que yo quería, la voz bien como fundamento, pero tampoco espectacular también. Hacerlo un poco más brillo. Porque un poco más de, ¿sabes? Un poco diferente.
Right.
Yeah.
Really.
Afro-Cuba nunca hizo una cosa así como de mezclar, hacía batarrumba, pero no, yo hice el guaguancó con el aro de Maya, con el batá.
Yeah.
O sea, la Columbia con el aro. Es un batarrumba, pero es más un Columbia batá.
Customizado.
Columbia
Como tú
batá, porque
quieres.
el batarrumba es batá con la rumba. Solo lo que yo hice
Yeah.
fue mezclarle
Can we listen to that track?
Columbia.
Yeah. All right. This is Yamaya. So it's Yamaya in the bata, but it comes in much like it comes in later.
You want to fast forward to that part?
I'll skip ahead just to that part, but it's like it comes in and then you're having two different styles on top of one.
Sale guajo, yeah. Ya lo do. Sale guajo, se cuaro, ya mío.
That is the singer of Ep24, right? Yeah.
Menini.
A loco uno moqueña, los yagüe oyen ya mío.
song's too short.
Sí, sí.
So
Sí. Eso va para Grammy.
That was not multi-track.
they played the bata parts
Yeah.
together, and then he played.
He played on the Columbia part when the bell came in.
Yeah.
He played those drums on top of it.
Okay.
So it was tracked.
Ya, el IA y la percusión atrás.
And that vocal part is like out of time. It like sits freely over it.
Right.
So
That one was actually the easiest to record because it's out of time, so you could just put the voices on top.
Right.
The other songs were actually they had a lot of challenges at times.
Sure.
So can we? I'm really curious about like the Elegua or the San Lazaro, like, because this is also doing something a little different because you're taking the rhythms of the bata, but putting them in the rumba, like in the conga.
Sí.
But not exactly. They're a little different. They're like.
Sí. Yeah. Sí, puse
Wait, say that.
pero con tumbado.
So.
Girls out there.
Aquí, eso fue con los toques de bata, pero con tumbado.
Right, so it's the rhythms of the bata, which are in like a 12/8 time field for these particular rhythms, and he's putting them in the like the rumba, which is like in a 16th note subdivision.
Ordinary.
So they're adapted a little bit and like made a little funky also.
Just change. It's just more based on bata parts.
But then the vocals are doing like basically straight ahead,
Right.
normal Orisha song, like the canciones normal.
De Salazar.
Yeah.
Las voces son los cantos son los cantos tradicionales. Sí.
Yeah. Here, look at
Sí,
that.
todo es tradicional.
So this is bata at the beginning. Playing the normal rhythm.
Yeah. Tradicional. Así se toca ahorita. Pero después.
Ayambe kumbele koima, koima, koima. Ayambe kumbele koima, ambe kwa waniye.
Ayambe kumbele koima, koima, koima. Ayambe kumbele koima, ambe koima.
Ayambe kumbele koima, koima, koima. Ayambe kumbele koima, ambe kwa waniye.
Ayambe kumbele koima, koima, koima. Ayambe kumbele koima, ambe koima.
Numero ero koto wima eru yenye, eru yenye. Ero koto wima eru yenye, eru yenye.
Ero moto wima, eru yenye, eru yenye. Ero moto wima, eru yenye.
Wawanko ero koto wima eru yenye, eru yenye. Ero koto wima eru yenye, eru yenye.
Ero moto wima, eru yenye, eru yenye. Ero moto wima, eru yenye, eru yenye.
Mariba ogede ma, mariba ogede ma. Aberikutu awalerito, aberikutu awalerito, eyo baba, baba luaye awalerito, eyo baba.
Amerikutu agualerito, Amerikutu agualerito, eyo baba, abaruaye agualerito, eyo baba.
Baba baba soroso, rumbero baba baba soroso, baba luaye y acomote, baba sire sire.
Baba soroso, baba soroso, abaruaye y acomote, abaserete.
Rumbero baba baba soroso, guaguaco baba baba soroso, baba luaye y acomote, baba sire sire.
Baba soroso, abaruaye y acomote, abaserete.
Towe, amarufiña mawe, amarufiña mawe, amarufiña mawe.
Towe, amarufiña mawe. Towe, amarufiña mawe. Towe, amarufiña mawe.
Maia, ia, mai cueto Maia, mai cueto asoja no malo codo maia, ia, mai
So,
Mira qué bueno.
Changota. Titilado.
Titilado.
oh yeah, that one's kind of wild.
Yeah.
What is happening in the Chango track?
Son mucha gente me han llamado por el número de Maya.
See?
What?
La gente,
He said people are calling him.
Yeah.
People have called him. A lot of people have called him to talk about the Yamaya one. That's what he's got the most feedback from.
Oh,
ya. Hasta Giovanni me llamó por ese número. El disco. Él escuchó el disco y
Giovanni King.
me habló Hidalgo.
See?
Él me dijo el Yemaya.
See?
Le gustó también.
was that?
He said even Giovanni Hidalgo called him and asked him about that one. 'Cause he liked it.
Hablado de Yemaya, de la Colombia.
It's
Le gustó. Ah, bueno.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of
Yeah.
it's got a lot of spirit to it.
Yeah.
I like it.
A mí me gusta también.
Can I ask you about
That was
the titulado arrangement? Because I honestly don't understand what's going on. Like no entiendo it. Like
a beat. ¿Dónde está el beat?
no, I know the beat, but I don't know. Like, is it like it's like titulado with chachalo kofun with rumba or something?
No, fue titilado con.
Oh,
Titilado. Con quiero que era. Con rumba.
Oh, rumba.
yeah.
Titilado con rumba.
Okay.
Pero el titilado
You know this guy?
está con los tambores de percusión. ¡Yo!
¿Cómo está, brother?
¡Chacho!
You know that,
¡Chacho!
Dude, I haven't seen you.
I saw you before your beard. You saw me with short hair.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in so long.
No, man. It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you
No,
guys are
it's all
recording.
good. We're
You should help. You
Yeah,
speak a lot better Spanish than me.
we're struggling with Spanish. You want to help
Oh,
us?
Ya tenemos otro
ready for
otro bidón aquí.
Oh, my God.
Están llegando.
Pero ¿qué está pasando?
We're just
Preguntas.
talking about his music. I mean, you know, but I can't speak Spanish good.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's where we're at. But so I was just
Titilado.
yeah.
Titilado. Originalmente los tambores va a estar
Mhm.
a la rumba.
So the bata is playing normal. Bata normal.
Y después se cambia
Okay.
el mismo batá, pero para la conga.
Okay. So the bata rhythms are in the conga. But there's more than just.
Yeah.
I can't believe this shit.
Here,
Había como dos congas.
I know how to have some bunch of stuff to do.
Pero,
Yeah.
ya,
No, he played with an EI.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
una mezcla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was mixed.
Hey man.
It was like the totale part and the okonkolo parts were put in on congas,
Okay.
and then the EI part was played on the EI. With the
Okay.
quinto.
Sí,
With the quinto.
una rumba, ya.
All right. Look, I just want to play this a little bit because this one is. It's a tricky rhythm if you don't know it.
Yeah.
But it's really. This is a really cool.
Allí boraré, allí bororo. Allí boraré, allí bororo. Cocoroyi, coroyoro, un agua. Allí boraré, allí bororo. Ile, huemi, allí boraré.
I hear like there's more drums than that though. There's the quinto. There's so there's the normal totally part, and there's like two unconquerable parts.
No, Esta fue la mezcla de la guacua. Pero es como titulado. Se puede entender como la guaguada. Era titular.
Obaye era o Kokoroyi koroyo lowo kun agba. Obaye era o Yawa filani obaye.
So, wow, man. I don't even know where to go from that album.
No, estamos bien ahora por ahí.
Huh?
Estamos bien.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious what you want to do. Like, I'm gonna skipping over because we played in a band for maybe like 4 or 5 years or something, right?
How did Steve Coleman happen?
Oh yeah, Steve Coleman.
Can we talk about that? I'm a fan. You know what I mean? And I'm curious, like how Bata was brought into all that, and how.
Yeah, how did Steve Coleman find Afro-Cuban albums?
And how did you work together? Because his music is organized cellularly.
Una muchacha de Nueva York. Una muchacha de Nueva York se llama
Lisa Maria.
Lisa Maria, ya, Lisa Maria de Nueva York. Ella encontró a Steve Coleman y puso esa unión con Afro. Lisa Maria.
Who is that?
Ella es cantante de Nueva York.
Oh.
Y hizo muchas cosas con mucha gente, con Lázaro Ross, con Puntilla, Nueva York.
And did she? Because you went on tour with Steve Coleman, right?
Sí, muchas veces.
So, and she just put that together.
She put it together en Cuba.
Crazy.
En el festival, un festival en Cuba, grande en Cuba, un festival. Y ahí conocí a Vizcaíno, a Maraca. Había muchos músicos ahí. La gente de Chucho Valdés. No recuerdo el nombre, el bajista. Estaba ahí también. Muchos grupos. El baterista. Anga. Mucha gente.
Did he bring in charts, or were you learning by rote? Like, were you reading music, or because his system of music, the M-bass stuff, is so unique to him, and I'm really curious about how it all coalesced.
Empezaron a descubrir un poco de la música de Cuba. Y hicieron muchos arreglos y escucharon primero el show de nosotros.
So first they came and they checked out a show of Apakua. Then they came into some rehearsals and they just listened to the rhythms.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Coleman made arrangements on top of
Y ahí él empezó
So
a...
it's not like Steve was like, you got to play this, you got to play this.
He's not
It was more
forcing
like
his music
Steve
on. Yeah.
came to their music.
No,
and
él
played
estudió,
his
él
thing.
estudió la
That
música.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Es que estudió la música, escribió muchos metales, batería, bajo, salso. Él hizo una pila de cosas.
Made these arrangements like complicated.
Y ahí estuvimos
arrangements.
mucho tiempo practicando, ensayando mucho tiempo. Ensayo. Una pila. Después hicimos un tour, festival en La Habana. Después hicimos un tour grande en muchos lados, Francia, Europa, Italia, Yemen, una pila, África.
The whole Afro-Cuba de Matanzas?
No todo con Afro-Cuba. Afro-Cuba aquí en Estados Unidos hicimos cosas.
Oh.
Pero después yo estuve como 5 años con él.
Oh, okay.
Solo.
You traveled with him for 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, shit.
Con Steve, a todos lados. Everywhere.
Wow.
Mucho tiempo.
When was that?
90. No. En el 2000. Llegando aquí, empecé a viajar mucho con él por 5 años.
Okay.
Hasta el 2005 por ahí.
When he first came here.
Llegué en el 2000 y tuve como 5 años con él haciendo cosas por fuera.
He got here in 2000 and he spent 5 years while he was already living here traveling with Steve. Different tours. But you went to Africa. So tell us about Africa, because that was an amazing experience.
Estaba bueno en Senegal.
With Steve Coleman or
Steve
separately?
Coleman, yeah.
Went to Senegal with Steve Coleman. You played with Youssou N'Dour, right?
Yeah, Josh estaba.
Josh Jones.
Yeah. Josh tells me stories about that.
Yeah, en Senegal.
He said you would wake them up on a tour bus at like 1 in the morning to play bachata.
Oh, de verdad, no. Y los africanos con y yo grito y me miraban y the people I never stop. Hungry. Tenía que comer.
Yeah.
O comer. Ya hicimos, bueno, fue muy buen tiempo.
Wow.
Buen tiempo. Tocando. No paramos. Y los shows ahí estaban. Mucha gente. Steve.
Yeah.
Gente de Youssou N'Dour ahí. Bueno.
Who is that person?
Youssou N'Dour?
I don't know who
He's
that
like a
person.
very, very, very famous Senegalese singer.
Muy famoso.
World famous.
Yeah, you recorded a lot, and you recorded Peter Gabriel, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Así fue con la conexión con Steve Coleman. Y después siempre estaba en Cuba. Iba mucho a Cuba. Steve, mucho en Cuba, estudiando.
Is he still doing? He doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore, though.
No, él está. Él always está afuera.
Yeah.
Él siempre no para.
But like la misma música, like the same.
Lo
kind of thing?
mismo, pero
Lo mismo.
ahora no hay percusión, solamente hay.
Oh. So now he does. It's not the same. So he doesn't do it with percussion anymore.
No. Tiene ahora guitarra, salso, drum bass, salsa, five.
Yeah.
Traditional arrangement.
Antes tenía bailarines y todo.
Right.
Pero ya no tiene. Pero mucho una experiencia contigo. Experiencia.
You know, Sandy, cuando yo fui en Cuba, fue con la ayuda de Lisa Maria Saab y su programa que se llama Caribbean Music and Dance Program. ¿Sí? Y Lisa Maria Saab, Melissa, Ruby y una más que I don't remember her name. but I remember porque Steve Coleman estaba en el show de Afro Cuba, ¿sí? En la Casa Cultural, en la Universidad de Cienfuegos, donde estábamos haciendo clase y todo, ¿no? Y Steve Coleman estaba puesto y el Mini invitó a él para, improvisar con Afro Cuba.
When was that?
Yeah.
1995.
Yeah.
Late 95, 96. I mean, just only because, porque estamos hablando de eso.
Sí.
Que quiero compartir esta historia, nada más. It's not really important, but, it's a trip that happened,
Yeah, that's cool.
Late 90s.
90, 90.
It was a trip.
Ya, dice María.
Yeah, cool, man.
So what do you want to do moving forward now? Like what projects are you interested in next?
Quiero llevar ese mismo proyecto un poquitico más arriba. Sin perder las voces
Yeah.
que tienen mucho valor.
Value?
Las voces.
Yeah. Would you want to record more stuff? Like
Quiero hacer lo mismo, pero un poco más con armonía.
Yeah, that's extra tricky.
Un cuero de vez en cuando algo, un tambor representante, pero más.
Yeah.
Quiero
So he wants to put
mi
like
futuro. Quiero ver.
like guitar, piano, something.
Yeah.
Bass. With the same idea
Same idea.
as his work that he's done already.
Oh wow. Arranging it rhythmically that way?
I think he's talking about doing literally the same record, like the same voices, the same recording, but with new instrumentation.
Sí.
Yeah,
Sí.
that's what he wants to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like a remix.
lo original, un solo un tambor que represente, pero más todo armonía. Son cosas. No sé qué. No sé qué, pero.
Who has that recording? Do you know? Tiene.
Toby creo que tiene. O Jason.
What?
O Jason. Y no me gustaría hacerle
Jason.
eso, pues. Quiero experimentar otras culturas. Otro. No sé cómo suena con algo de original de otro país o I don't know, una mezcla.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, any other things you want to say, ask?
Well, I mean, a lot of. Yeah, I'm curious about what's going to be covered in the primer because I feel like a lot of the questions that I would have to do with.
Well, we could talk about it. I mean, I guess like your
Can I ask
question.
one dumb question?
Yeah.
Just one. Are there different types of clave?
That's a
¿Cómo es?
Hay varias formas de la clave.
Sí, hay muchas. Sí.
Okay.
Hay muchas formas diferentes. Hay muchas. La clave es algo infinito.
Infinite.
La clave se va de muchas maneras.
Yeah, this is what I would say about clave is that it's a concept. So it's like not just a specific. It is a specific rhythm, but it's also just a general concept.
Because you know how I was taught, right? You have 2-3, 3-2,
Yeah.
and then yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like even just now, for the moment that I heard you clap it when we were listening along, it was like different than anything that I have heard. You know what I mean? Personally, but
Well, that's the room of Toby.
So original. No, pero la clave infinita, la clave, tú la puedes tocar de una manera y cambia otra. You know. Se puede crear tú puedes crear tu propia clave. Si quieres. Sí.
Clave, yeah.
Pero la clave es muy famosa. Todo el mundo.
Yeah.
La llave. Y ahí tú creas tu propia clave. Tú decides que tú quieres.
So it's not like about like where the phrase starts or anything, but like it can be.
Well, okay. It's we'll go over this in another episode, but I think what I would say about that is that it's a concept, so it has a function, right? The clave is not just an instrument or a rhythm; it's like an idea that like the whole kind of like the music is structured around or describes the music, perhaps.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
We'll chop that up.
What, did I say that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right on. Well, yeah, man.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sandy.
No, gracias.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Gracias. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Gracias. Hoy sí.
Oye, a esta gran generación le entrego lo más sincero, esta gran conversación entre rumberitos buenos. Vamos a ver, primero. Y oye, de los Estados Unidos, saludo a los matanceros, mi niña y niño pujada y a los muñequitos enteros. Vamos a ver, cómo no. Primero, oye, desde el África vinieron y en cadenas se quedaron y como herencia dejaron el sonido de los cueros. Vamos a ver, primero, vamos allá.
Cuando repican los cueros, cuando resuena el tambor, doy mi saludo sincero, soy el señor Guaguancó.
¿Y qué culpa tuve yo, ser hijo de esa mulata que a todo el mundo arrebata cuando baila un guaguanco? Ana Pérez
Cuando repican los
y
cueros,
Dolores también.
cuando resuena el tambor,
Primero,
doy mi saludo sincero,
vamos a ver,
soy el señor Guaguancó. Cuando repican los cueros,
primero, bueno,
cuando resuena el tambor,
vamos a ver,
doy mi saludo sincero,
primero,
soy el señor Guaguancó.
Oye, Sandy, suénala, que como tú no has ido.
Suenan los cueros, soy el tambor.
se está sintiendo a lo lejos un bonito guaguancó.
Suenan los cueros, soy el tambor.
Y en el tiempo de la colonia, tiempo de sinceridad.
Suenan los cueros, soy el tambor.
Yo soy quien tiene la llave, la magia del 3x2.
Suenan los cueros, soy el tambor.
Que están llegando los rumberos, la crema de mi nación.
Suenan los cueros, soy el tambor.
Oye, los que siempre me apoyaron, dieron su nombre y razón.
Suenan los cueros, soy el tambor.
Se formó la timba buena, la rumba ya se formó.
Suenan los cueros, soy el tambor.
Vaya, Sandy, rómpelo, rómpelo.